Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Compact Everyday Carry and Gadgets, and today I'm going to be doing a direct comparison between the M&P Shield Plus and the 6-hour P365X. This is a question I keep getting. People want to see me compare these two, so that's what I'm gonna do. I think a lot of people are in the fence to make that decision for their everyday carry, because both these guns are perfect for everyday carry. So I'm gonna start off by saying you're not making a wrong choice regardless of which gun you decide to go with. So I'm just gonna do a comparison, and I guess whatever fits in your categories best, then that would help you guys make a decision. So let's start off with brand. Both these brands are very reputable, great quality brands. You can't go wrong. M&P line, Smith & Wesson, super reputable and reliable handguns, have been known to be great price-wise and quality. And the 6-hour brand, another brand that's very reputable. Our government chose to go with that brand as well for their handguns. They have had their controversies in the past for self-firing handguns, but the 365 line has not had that issue as of now. Let's also start off with price. If price is an issue for you and you're trying to stay within a budget, then I would tell you the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield line is the one to go with. And man, if you're considering price and quality and reliability, this is probably the one handgun I would recommend to anybody, any beginner, or anybody that just wants a good everyday carry gun that will last a lifetime and could be trustworthy and doesn't break the bank. Then I would tell you Smith & Wesson M&P line is definitely the one to go with. 6 hours are a little more expensive, but you definitely see the quality. You pay for quality, but like I said, we are not sacrificing quality with the M&P line. That's why I love it. You get great iron sights, the glow sights, adjustable sight in the rear. I love the M&P line, especially the Shield Plus. I had the Gen 1 and I upgraded to the latest generation because I just love the gun itself. But I think when you're in the market for this category of firearms, you're looking for size to capacity ratio. So that's what I'm going to concentrate on right now. And how much do you fit in these guns without sacrificing in size? So let's go. The M&P Shield line, you get, this is the extended mag. You get 13 plus 1 in the head. That's 14 in total, I believe, with the flush one. I'm not 100% sure. I got to go and get the magazine, but I don't have it on me right now. I believe you get 10 plus 1 or 11 plus 1. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, or if after the video, I'll go check it and I might put it down in the description. Now with the P365, this is where this little gun shines. You're getting the flush mag and you get 12 plus 1 in the head. So that's 13 rounds in such a small package. And this is with the flush mag, so concealability right here is perfection with this one handgun. Right now, this is my everyday carry. It's the latest gun I've bought, and it's on my rotation daily. It's my daily driver right now. Next things to compare, let's go with the triggers. Both guns have a great trigger. This is my first SIG, so I wasn't familiar with the feel of the trigger on this gun. It does have that little mushiness that SIGs are known for, but at the range, I didn't notice it to bother me. I actually like the trigger. It's a pretty good trigger. And you can't go wrong. It's a steel trigger as well as metal trigger. So this is gonna last you a lifetime as well. With the M&P line, this latest generation, they definitely upgraded the trigger. Before, this trigger was the trigger with the little hinge in the middle, which wasn't a bad trigger, but people did not love that trigger. I personally didn't mind it. I'm actually a pretty good shot with it, but man, with this trigger, it feels like a performance trigger, and it's a flat face trigger with the safety hinge right in the front, which is more familiar for a lot of people, like the Glocks and stuff like that. If we had to choose a trigger, I would definitely give it to the M&P Shield. I love this trigger. It just feels great, but it's also what I'm more used to. SIG, this was my first SIG, but like I said, it still is a nice trigger. Both guns come with optic versions, so if you want to add a red dot to the gun, you're not going to have any issues finding the gun that does that. I have both of these have the optic options. As far as serrations for racking the slide, I feel like the SIG has a more defined serrations to rack. You could rack from the front and you could rack from the rear with no issues. It's actually pretty good serrations. I really like the way the serrations feel on the SIG. The M&P Shield has these little fish scale serrations, which they're known for. They're not the best, but they do have these little serrations in the front as well if you want to rack or at least press check from the front. But if you got to give it to the SIG, I believe, for the serrations, if that's something you're into. Another thing that the SIG does come with that the M&P does not is that it has a little rail in the front, so you can have more options for mounting lights or lasers. You could get the TLR 7 sub or the TLR 6. As for the M&P Shield, you could only get the TLR 6 because it does not have a rail in the front. But what I will tell you is that TLR 6 looks and feels great on this handgun. They made it perfect with the seams. It seems very seamless. So you wouldn't have an issue as far as getting a light and laser for this gun, even though it does not have a rail. But with the SIG, you do have more options just because you have that rail. So you're going to have more options to mount lights and lasers if you like. Mag release. Both of these have a nice defined mag release button. Both metal, which I like. But I'll also give the mag release button to the M&P Shield. They definitely upgraded from their previous version. Is a nice defined feel, almost like a gritty sandpaper feel, but it's made out of metal, which I love. And yeah, I think I'll give that to the M&P Shield. And size, let's compare sizes because I think that's what a lot of people, that's what's going to help people make that final decision. If I go from slide to slide, as you can see, the SIG is definitely shorter. Thickness wise, they are probably the same. Maybe the SIG might be a little thicker. I might be wrong. What do you guys think? And then as far as length goes, as you can see, the M&P Shield is a little longer, but that is with the extended mag. So with the flush mag, I believe they'll be probably the same exact. Let me make sure I line that up correctly. So yeah, so you guys can see the M&P Shield does extend a little bit. As far as height of the gun as well, the M&P Shield is a little bit wider or longer, however you want to put it. But yeah, I believe that's probably it. They both have, you could both see the round in the chamber, which is nice, round in the chamber indicator. I love when guns have that. And yeah, that's about it. Let me know down in the description which gun you guys would prefer. This is a direct comparison between the M&P Shield Plus and the SIG Sauer. If you guys are interested in anything that you see that these guns have, I got the whole sleeve, the Hollow Sun 407K. I got this nice holster, which I actually trimmed a little bit in the bottom just to make it even more compact, and it's been great so far. I'm gonna leave all of these things down in the description. I also have the holster for the M&P Shield Plus, and this one comes equipped for the TLR 6 light. I don't love this holster, but it gets the job done. It's kind of so boxy. I'm probably gonna end up trimming it a little, but it's a little thinner than I would like, so I don't know if trimming it would sacrifice a little bit of the longevity of the holster. But nonetheless, it gets the job done. So I will be putting all the links down in the description if you guys are interested. I'm also gonna be adding the donation link if you guys want to help donate to the channel so I could go out to the range. I want to buy some ammo. Ammo right now is super expensive, but I do want to keep making a lot of videos for you guys. So if you guys want to donate to the channel, anything counts. I would greatly appreciate it. And yeah, make sure you subscribe and like. That helps grow the channel. Thank you guys for watching. This is the M&P Shield and the SIG Sauer. Thank you guys.